This is Sherm Radio in partnership with Timber Media, Podcasters for India Inc.
Hi there, everyone. You're joining me, Ahalya, on another edition of our podcast series here at SHRM. I was thinking, every once in a while when we find ourselves in a bind, we all wish that we had superpowers, right? Just something. Maybe the ability to teleport or fly away to a far-off planet for just a day to distress, or maybe just to be able to turn invisible, especially in the moments when we've done something extremely cringeworthy. I know we've all been there. Or maybe even snap our fingers and turn someone into a cockroach or some pest like that we can intimidate. And then that led me to thinking that the closest we humans come to superpowers in our real and mundane world are the super successful CEOs, billionaires, top-rung politicians and the like. We often hear people refer to themselves as born leaders. But is that really true? Are all leaders really born with the ability or power to lead? Or is it that some people are more inclined towards leadership while others have to work a little harder to become adept at it? The truth is that no radioactive spider can give you the superpower of leadership. It just doesn't work like that. In our reality, true leaders are forged by experiences, challenges, heartbreaking failures, and hard-fought but well-planned successes. So to understand such characteristics, let's look at some of the superpowers that are desirable in a leader in the 21st century. So the first one, and I think this has become more important now than ever, is empathy, right? We hear this word being thrown around all the time, but what does it actually mean? So empathy can be described as the feeling of understanding the plight and emotional state of other people. The ability to gauge the problems that your team members are facing and the solutions that will elevate their performance, and also the overall motivation of that team is key. And make no mistake, empathy doesn't mean being agreeable all the time, right? You don't have to agree with everything that your team says, but discerning what they're struggling with and helping them find a way through makes a significant difference. It also allows your team to have more open lines of communication and develop a better understanding of what it takes to succeed. And while open, honest, and transparent communication, that is something that will never go out of style. Another sought-after leadership superpower is strategic or critical thinking, right? Critical thinking helps us better understand a situation before forming opinions and arriving at decisions. Leaders at every level need to be critical thinkers in order to make effective decisions. And it's also important that they train others to practice such analytical thinking. Encouraging people to present their ideas, beliefs, and thoughts in a cogent manner is a surefire way of improving overall performance. Using pre-acquired skills and knowledge to reason out methods of proceeding forward and tackling problems that are faced by an organization are highly useful skill sets very in demand. Bringing people together to brainstorm ideas, share diverse opinions and inputs, these are all traits of an effective, result-oriented leader. And who doesn't love results? Another superpower to add to the pot of ingredients that makes the perfect leader is flexibility. Being nimble and adaptable to situations is a very important aspect of leadership. Few things ever go according to plan entirely. I mean, we know this by now, right? So flexibility and adaptability determine success in our fluid work environments. Being able to tweak our approach based on the challenges and the team's abilities is extremely crucial. Revising plans and changing ideas to overcome shifting scenarios, helping the people at your workplace cope with said changes, dealing with a lack of consensus without appearing domineering, but also avoid dawdling. These are nuanced and difficult, but important skill sets that a modern-day leader needs to master in order to be effective. Adding to the list of superpowers is innovation. We're all witness to the fact that the reason the world is where it is today, at least in terms of technological advancement and development, is because of innovative thinkers and leaders. Imagine the shock on a caveman's face if you try to explain something like Bluetooth to him. See, not everyone is born with the gift of innovative thinking. Revolutionaries who have been smart enough to encourage and push innovation themselves have changed the world we live in today. Having a vision for an organization and being able to actually convey these ideas to a large group of people succinctly, sincerely, and without boring anyone, might I add, is one of the greatest powers a leader can possess. Think about it. Effortless communication is a real superpower, isn't it? And I for sure know a few people who would love to possess it. And in that vein, the superpower that comes next is vision. While some of us have trouble planning our tomorrows or even tonight's dinner for that matter, leaders have the uncanny ability of looking at something and figuring out exactly how the situation might play out. And they can even gauge the details in some cases. It's a bit eerie. Visionary leaders have a clear goal in mind and are able to mobilize people to follow them in the pursuit of this endeavor. Think Steve Jobs or Mahatma Gandhi. These great men had a vision and drive that impacted a multitude of people who trusted and followed them. And that's the thing. The sincerity of a leader's vision cannot be faked for too long. The pretenders will eventually get found out. So here's another superpower that I think all of us wish we could possess: macro managing. Although it's important to focus on the now and today, it's equally important to keep an eye out for the big picture, right? Allowing the employees of the organization to do their work without ever overseeing their every move is an extremely underrated power. Moreover, it demonstrates to employees that they're trusted, giving them more confidence in their own ability to create better results. This also allows the leader to focus more of their energy on more important tasks and problems that the company has to deal with. That's a win-win scenario, to be honest. The leader needs to step in or guide the team only when it's absolutely necessary. And finally, to round it all off, we arrive at the ultimate superpower: decisiveness or confidence. Often, at work, leaders are presented with a variety of options. Leaders have to make many decisions, and they have to make them accurately. That calls for decisiveness. Leaders who have the ability to make clear-cut decisions in a short time frame are more in demand in today's market. And the equation is pretty simple, because indecisive leaders lead to lost opportunities, right? A leader should take time arriving at the best decision that he or she will not go back on when times get hard, but not too much time. But hold up, this doesn't mean that they should be arrogant or hasty about their decisions. Rather, they need to approach it with a clear head. Ultimately, they need to have unshakable confidence in their decisions, because a leader's confidence is almost like a superpower that drives teams, employees, and even the company to perform better. So what do you think? Do you possess these superpowers? Do they seem doable? Are you going to be the next leader?
This is Sherm Radio in partnership with Timber Media, podcasters for India Inc.